Hello, welcome to my channel. I am Dulcie. If you're new here, welcome. On this channel, I share tips on how to elevate your style, your confidence, and your mindset. Today's video, I'm going to share things I wish someone had told me, or what I would tell my younger self. As time went on, I figured them out and I want my younger self to know about it. Now that I've grown and evolved into a new version of myself and I'm loving it here, I wanted to share some things I would tell my younger self, lessons that shaped my confidence, my mindset, and the way I carry my feminine power today. One of the most compliments I get when I meet new people is you carry yourself very well, you speak very well, you conduct yourself in a very respectful manner. And that didn't happen overnight. I had to put in the work. I'm not going to share this in any specific order. These are like all over the place. These are lessons I've learned the hard way, and I pray they meet you right where you are. And I always say on this channel that it's not too late to start anything. The first lesson that I wish someone had taught me is that believe in yourself and that no one is better than you. We grew up in a society where hard work, you have to work hard, and our parents will be like, okay, the person who passed, the person who did this, do they have two heads, right? And a lot of times it pretty much have an effect on our personalities, our self-confidence, and our self-esteem. But one thing I have come to realize is no one is better than you until you tell yourself otherwise. We are all uniquely made by God and to accomplish different purposes. Can't believe that I've been recording for 30 minutes only to find out, because I was using my back camera, only to find out that my phone was off. Yes, so let's do this all over again. Another lesson I wish someone told me or I learned earlier, and I would tell my younger self, is to release yourself from the shackles of entitlement. I think that is a huge thing in our society right now, where relationships tend to be transactional, right? And you always feel like somebody owes you something. You always feel like somebody should be there to help you. I have been there, so I know what I'm talking about. Somebody should be available to take care of you. Somebody should be able to provide for you. And somebody should be able to teach you the ropes. And I've come to realize that nobody owes you anything. The world does not owe you anything. Nobody owes you anything. It's the hard truth. But it is the hard truth. And the sooner you learn this, the better it will be for you to move forward with that. For a very long time, I carried myself with that subtle sense of entitlement. The belief that people owed me acceptance, the belief that people owed me love, and also understanding. But I have come to realize that I have to learn to love myself. I have to learn to understand the kind of person God created me to be, and to understand myself in the sense that I fully owe myself that acceptance, right? I don't give it to someone, or I don't think somebody needs to validate me every day or validate me because they owe that to me. If I look beautiful, you should tell me, you should be able to tell me that I look beautiful. People would tell me I look beautiful, but I didn't believe that for myself. And over time, I realized people actually at some point stopped telling me I look beautiful, right? Why didn't you tell me? And that was something I have to learn, that people don't owe me that. People don't owe me validation. People don't owe me anything. And I have to accept that. Entitlement robs you of empathy and growth. You always think somebody is supposed to be there for you. People are going through real challenges and you tend to be like, oh, but I went through this. This is nothing. Don't feel anything because you always think they should have been there for you. So right now, instead of thinking that way, you can shift your mindset from what do I deserve to who can I become. You always have to be kind. Think about other people more than you think about yourself. Yes, people are always going to be people, but it is up to you to change yourself and to change your mindset. People don't owe you as much as you think they should. I remember one time I was not feeling well. A friend of mine was with me, but something happened and the friend was like, oh, I have to leave. Something came up and I have to leave, I can't be here. That took me by surprise. I was like, wait a minute, I'm the one who needs that attention right now. So why is it that you have to leave me? And quickly I learned that people can only do what is best for them. So you do what is best for you as well. And when you understand the fact that people don't owe you, you'll be lighter. You feel lighter. You feel like, okay, I'm not waiting on somebody to take me to the next level. I'm not waiting on somebody to show me a good time. I'm not waiting on someone to travel. People don't owe you their time. People don't owe you their money. People don't owe you their presence. Really, they don't. It's just nice for people to do those things to you, so those things for you, so that when it happens, you are grateful. You are like, I really am grateful that I have a friend I can depend on, or I'm grateful for my friends who pretty much validate me and I can go to them for advice. It's really how you wire your mindset. I would encourage you to be a well-rounded person. I would encourage you to be kind, have a lot of integrity, because I always say that your character will speak for you regardless of where you find yourself. And I have seen this play out in my life over and over again, where people's character will really show who they are. Eventually, no matter how they pretend, no matter how they try to hide it, it will eventually come to the surface. Because when you operate from integrity, you naturally align with what's meant for you. The third lesson is boundaries. I always say this, right? I think all my videos have boundaries because I grew up being a people pleaser. I grew up not having boundaries at all. And I have suffered the consequence of it, and I have learned to do better. So I always talk about protecting your boundaries because boundaries have made me be a better version of myself. I have come to learn that you teach people how to treat you by what you tolerate. I've had to learn this hard lesson because I allowed people to treat me any kind of way when I was younger, but not anymore. Now I treat myself better. People like to take advantage of other people, and being a people pleaser didn't help me at all. I am someone who is generous, kind, and I have a lot of empathy for people. And I noticed over the years that people took advantage of that. People took advantage of my natural gift that God has given me, and they abused it, they misused it. So I had to teach myself to heal from that. I'm trying to do things to please people. And also, I am very conscious of where my energy goes to. I'm very conscious of where my resources go to. The valuable resources that God has given me, I am very protective of that now. At some point, I allowed people to take until I had nothing left. And that was when God really showed me who my friends and where I should put my energy, where I should show empathy, and how I should pretty much guard, because some of these things, gifts that God has given me, are sacred, and you wouldn't want to give it to people who don't deserve it. So build a fortress around your peace. Boundaries aren't walls, they are gates, and you allow who to come in and go out. And you decide who gets access and when they do access. From time to time, I make those mistakes and allow people in, but I'm mature enough to see red flags from the very first entrance. And then I close the gates. Boundaries are an act of self-respect and not rebellion. When you have a given heart, it's easy to confuse generosity with overextension. I learned that my empathy was a currency. People will keep spending it if you don't set a price. Before you say yes, pause and ask, will this deplete me or develop me? If it drains your peace, it's a no. No, even if you have to whisper it. Boundaries don't make you selfish. They make your love sustainable. No is a complete sentence, and make use of it. Let's talk about another thing. I wish someone told me, and I would tell my younger self, is that comparison is the thief of joy. And to be honest with you, I've heard this over and over and over again, but I actually didn't know what it meant. Sometimes you feel like it's comparing outfits or comparing material things, but no. Comparison would drain your confidence faster than anything else. And I'm not just talking about comparing your looks or your lifestyle. I'm talking about comparing your entire life path to someone else's highlight reel. Every time you compare yourself, you dilute your magic. Maybe you made a little progress. Maybe you got a new job. You healed a little, saved a little money. And instead of celebrating yourself, look at someone else's 10 million steps ahead. And suddenly your joy disappears. Comparison will steal your peace, it will steal your gratitude, and it will steal your progress. And it doesn't stop with you. People compare their children to other people's children, especially when it comes to academics and what you're doing. Parents will be like, oh, my child is enrolled in 1 million things. My child has basketball, then volleyball, then music, then instrument, then this and that and that. And you're looking at yourself, and it makes you feel like, wait, are you not a good parent? Or don't you want a better future for your daughter? And why are they able to do a million things and your child isn't? So sometimes comparison doesn't stop with you. It's projected on your children as well. You compare your husband or your partner to someone else's husband, especially on social media, right? We see other people's husband loving on them, showing them a good time, traveling with them here, taking nice pictures of them. And you're like, I wish my partner or I wish my husband can do that. People compare their wives to social media wives. We tend to compare our friends. We tend to compare our homes. We tend to compare our journey and wonder why nothing feels good enough. I would look at other women's timeline and think, why am I not there yet? What am I doing wrong? Then I realized we are not running the same race. We don't have the same assignment. We don't have the same timing. Your path is your path and no one else is invited to walk it. So protect your joy by refusing to measure your journey with someone else's ruler. You are exactly where you need to be for who you are becoming. And when you stop comparing, you finally see the beauty in your own growth. The next lesson I wish someone told me to tell my younger self is less is really more. Your possessions won't make you more worthy. More attention is not going to make you more confident. A lot of times, if you notice, we have this consumerism where it thrives on insecurities. We have to trust and believe that we are enough. We don't need material things to speak for us. It's good to have those things if you can afford it, but don't go out of your way to get these material stuff so that other people will see how worthy you are or how secure you are or how rich you want to portray yourself. Realize that peace begins when you know you already have enough, when you know you already are enough. I'm very intentional about things now than I was before. I am enough and I am content and I am so grateful. True abundance comes from simplicity, from gratitude, from alignment, and self-respect. Your worth isn't measured by what you have. Your worth is measured by who you are. I once believed that value came from aesthetics, but true wealth is internal peace. It is how you treat people, it is how you show up, and it is how deeply you love yourself. Every morning, if you can, affirm yourself. I am valuable for who I am and not for what I own. Then move accordingly. If you find yourself impulse buying for validation, pause and ask yourself, what emotions am I trying to buy right now? Wealth consists not in having the greatest possessions, but in having a few ones. So if I could sit with my younger self again, I will hold her hands and say, everything you're searching for, peace, love, confidence, it's already inside you. Just need to quiet the noise long enough to hear it. I am grateful for every mistake, every heartbreak, every lesson that shaped me. Because without them, I wouldn't have been living or be a better version of myself. If this video spoke to you in any way, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Share it with another woman who is in her becoming era. Stay soft, stay grounded, and remember, the glow up is eternal first. Be safe. See you in my next video. Bye.